What is the most important thing we can teach and impart to our children? I think the most important thing that we can teach our children is who they are. Who they are as divine beings. The dilemma, we know that in any case the ego forms, the ego grows, the ego identifies as. Sound ka kya ho raha hai abhi? It's good. We know the ego grows and forms and attaches itself. We get ignorance, we get suffering. But something very specific happens with children that leads us into real misery in our life. And the tragedy of it is all very well-intentioned. Parents do the very best they can. But what we teach our children is, you are your body, you are your skills, you are your abilities, you are your grades, you are all of that which you are doing in the world. And so our children start to grow believing that who they are is rooted in what they do. So for example, our child comes home from school. They've gotten an A on the exam, right? As parents, what do? Oh, ho, ho, you are wonderful, you are wonderful. Come, come. Gold mein beto. Chalo cookies khao. Right? We hug them, we love them, we feed them cookies and treats. They come home with a failed grade. What do? Now, hopefully those of us are not those who actually spank or hit our kids or insult them. But we certainly don't say, oh, ho, ho, you are so wonderful. Come and sit in my lap. Give me a hug, eat cookies. And so what they learn is, when I perform well, up to the standards and expectations of different people, teachers in school, standardized tests, I am worthy of love. At those times, Mom loves me, and I sit in her lap and she showers me with hugs and kisses. When I do well on the exam, she loves me. I'm worthy of her love. When I don't, I am not. Or even something just as simple as every day. The child cleans up their room. Mom says, oh, you are Mama's good boy. The room's a mess. She says, you are a bad girl. Messy girl. Bad boy, messy boy, good girl. How frequently do we say this to our children? And what they learn is my goodness, my worthiness here on planet Earth, my worthiness of love, of hugs, of sitting on mother's lap or dad's lap, my worthiness of appreciation is dependent upon what I do. My room is clean, my clothes are folded and put away. I'm worthy of love. They're not, I am not. I think the most critical thing to teach the children is, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what grades you get on exams. It doesn't matter if your room is clean or dirty. Yes, obviously we need to learn to take care of our things. Things cost money. Things are produced by others. Things are using resources. We must learn to take care of them. We must learn to take care of them. But that's not my worthiness. Yes, we must try our best in school. We must try our best sincerely. We've been given skills and abilities. We must use them. Do our best. But that has nothing to do with who we are. Who we are is divine, which means an A or an F, a messy room, a clean room, a star athlete, the guy who struck out or the girl who struck out in the most important inning of the ball game. It doesn't matter. Whatever we do, whatever we look like, we're fat, we're thin, we're dark, we're fair, we're athletic, we're not athletic. We're good in school, we're not good in school. That in all of these circumstances, we are divine. And we are worthy. More than worthy. Of occupying our place here on planet Earth. We are worthy of love, worthy of grace. I think that's the most important lesson, because otherwise we grow up, all of us, feeling like what I do in the workplace, in the home, in my social arena, that determines my worthiness. We grow up believing, in order to be worthy of love, I must succeed. So when we don't do well in work, when we're not the best, we don't get the corner office, we don't get the promotion, somebody's smarter than we are, not only do we feel badly about work, but we feel badly about us. It's not just the project wasn't accepted. It's I am a worthless human being. Because that's what we were taught. When we feel like we fail at something, or we put on a few extra pounds, or we lose too much weight, or we don't look the way we want to, we feel unworthy of love. It's not a matter of just, I should pay attention to what I eat. But we actually feel unworthy of love based on what we look like, based on how we're achieving what we're doing. And that didn't come to us just from the air. It's what we were given as children. And of course, it's not only from the parents. We get it in commercials and advertising. We get it everywhere. But parents can help children understand who you are is divine. Child comes home with an F. Make sure you give them a big hug and a space on your lap. Help them figure out, maybe they need tutoring. Maybe they need to stop watching TV for 6 hours when they get home from school every day. But not that they're not worthy of love. Make sure that what we are teaching our children is that who they are is full, is whole, is perfect, is divine. And there's a whole bunch of values and ethics and ways to move through the world in our, what we call sanskaras, impressions, or even just in terms of being part of a positive, civilized society. But that doesn't change who they are. And if we can raise a generation of children who know whatever I look like, whatever my grades are, however I'm succeeding or not succeeding, I am the divine. We'll raise a generation of children who are connected to that divine, and then are able to be courageous in their life choices, in their vocations, in their professions, and are able to then be creative in actually bringing about the types of solutions and societies and world that we need to live in.